like singing, and no, I actually don't. But apparently the girls in this movie do. So, hello guys, Zane Van Wyck here from Van Productions Live. As you can tell, I do have a new area for reviewing. I think I kind of like it actually, so I might be using this while I'm back home at least. Anyways, to the review of Pitch Perfect 2. Yes, Pitch Perfect 2. Now, this is the follow-up to the first movie, of course, Pitch Perfect, which came out a good few years. I don't know the exact date, though I don't pay attention too much to stuff like that for movies like this, just because I don't. I'm not biased or anything, but I just don't sometimes. But anyways, so, with this movie, you know, I would compare it to what people have said about the newest Avengers movie. Like, it has a lot of the same beats, which it certainly does. Like, for instance, we start the movie with, you know, they're singing. Well, okay, so in the first movie, you know, they start off and you have the I don't know, I guess the freshman, sophomore through senior, you know, Bella group singing at a competition. And of course, you know, the one blonde girl, I can't remember her name, but she pukes over the judges. And that's kind of the bad thing that starts the film. Well, in this movie, the second movie, it's Owen Wilson's character, and they happen to be singing for the president, I think on his birthday, if I'm correct. And she ends up splitting her pants, showing everybody, well, let's just say her private areas were no longer private. So, you know, that's kind of the same beat. And then, you know, you have the typical, you know, college life. Like, you have Becca, you know, she is getting more out there with, you know, with finding a job after the Bellas, because, you know, she's a senior now, so this does take place, you know, 3 years after their first movie, because most of them are seniors now, and you know, we pick up with her, you know, she's got this new internship, with a recording studio, and you know, I kind of liked the scenes where we were at the studio, because we have Michael Key, who's from Key and Peele, from Comedy Central. He's also on Whose Line Is It Anyway sometimes. But you know, this was for his character, you know, Michael Key. And if I'm saying his name wrong, I'm sorry, guys. I do know who the guy is, though. He was really good at being serious for this role. I'm actually really surprised. I liked him as, you know, as a serious, you know, like, top of the industry, you know, dude. You know, he really portrayed that. And I wish I had more of that throughout the movie. We only got, like, you know, instances, you know, of the recording studio, but, you know, I wish it would have been more about that. Because, honestly, compared to the rest of the movie, those were the more interesting parts. Because you could see how, you know, Becca was dealing with life beyond, you know, the Bellas and everything. And I don't know. I mean, the singing this time around, you know, it was good. It was fun, you know, but not nearly as interesting as the first movie. Because, so yeah, we started off with the president, you know, them singing to the president for his birthday, live on television, granted. And then, you know, in the middle of the movie, there's like this, I would call it a smackdown, but singing version of it, between, like, the Russian singing group, the Green Bay Packers, yes, the Bellas, The other boy group, the Troublemakers. And then the group of older guys. I can't remember what their name was, but and they're all singing, you know, for a I think it was like a $200 gift card or something to Dave and Buster's, which, you know, they have a lot of stuff there. So of course, all these people want that. That's probably singing wise, probably the coolest singing wise part of the movie, because when it got to the finale, you know, the finale is supposed to be, you know, big and everything, and you know, granted, they did for the Bellas, anyways, for their performance, they brought in different generations of the Bellas throughout the years, which is, you know, that's pretty cool. But, you know, it just didn't, it was kind of shoehorned in, because they were on for like maybe 5 minutes, if even that, actually, and then all of them were gone. And talking about new members, or different members, they had gained a member called, her name is Emily, and so, okay, so her mom, Emily's mom, was a past member of Bella's, and her mom's probably, oh, I don't know, she looks like she's in her 40s, maybe, and, you know, so her mom wants her daughter, Emily, to be in the Bellas, which Emily does want to be in the Bellas, so, I mean, it works out. But the thing is, Emily is way too excited about, you know, getting into this. And, you know, she is a really good, I mean, she's composing her own music, like writing her own music, which is, hey, that's good. I am not going to complain about that. You know, if someone can actually write their own music, alright, cool. But she's really awkward, which maybe that was the character. If it was the character, it worked. But for the most part, you know, her character, to me, this is just me, if you guys think differently, that's totally fine. But to me, I don't know. I wasn't really all for her. You know, when it got to the final, you know, her singing her song with Becca, you know, at the finale, you know, it was like, okay, they kind of made her better by the end, but in my personal opinion, you know, she was okay. And speaking of the finale was not as grand as, you know, the last films. Like, think of a documentary when they have to scan over time and they show, like, the differences in time, people coming in and so forth. That's basically what the finale was. Except you get one glimpse of the Russian singers, and you get a few glimpses of the other people, but it's really the Russian people. I don't know their name, I can't remember their names, and you got the Bellas. Those are the really only two people we are showing the entire performance for. And, okay, again, some of the same beats, like they showed, you know, the main group for, you know, in the last film, and there's the Bellas and someone else. I don't know. It felt it was done before, and I can't forget this. So the announcers, you know, the woman and the guy, I don't know their names. I don't pay attention that well enough to know their names, but the guy kept doing so many sexist, so many racial slurs and comments. It was too much. It was way too far. And I know this time around it was Elizabeth Banks, if I'm correct, who directed this, and she was probably thinking, you know, we could get some laughs out of this. Granted, they were funny, but we really shouldn't have been laughing at them. And I don't know, that's one of the things I felt really drew back the film from the first one, you know, along with the other things as well. So, what did I think of this movie on a scale of 10? If you are following me on Twitter, then I actually saw this movie. I did put my score up there, but if you are not following me on Twitter, which I recommend you do follow me on Twitter, I give this movie a 7.5 out of 10. If you enjoyed the first Pitch Perfect movie, I think you will enjoy this movie as well. Now, there are things in the movie I left out, but that was intentional because, you know, I want you guys to see it if you really want to. Personally, it wasn't on my list to see, but, hey, you know, I went with family and, you know, whatever. Saw a movie. It was fun. So, anyways, what did you guys think of Pitch Perfect 2? Did you like it? Did you not like it? Was it exactly what you expected? Or did it kind of not meet your expectations for what you wanted in the next movie for Pitch Perfect? Comment below. Subscribe. Like. I will be doing summer reviews for many other movies. For instance, I'm seeing Jurassic World sometime this next week. I have to get around my work schedule, but I will see Jurassic World one way or another, so I will be seeing that movie. And then Ant-Man, and then many other movies this summer that I'll be seeing. So, oh, and then, of course, I've actually just recently seen Spy, the Melissa McCarthy movie, which I will be doing that review pretty soon, so look for that. But anyways, until then, I will see you guys later. Peace.